Hello. Welcome to Taro's IT channel. On September 15, 2022, CISA added vulnerabilities in known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. Let's focus on them. CVE 2022-40139 Trend Micro Apex 1 and Apex 1 as a service. Trend Micro Apex 1 and Apex 1 as a service improper validation vulnerability added in the catalog on September 15, 2022. Trend Micro Apex 1 and Apex 1 as a service contain an improper validation of rollback mechanism components that could lead to remote code execution. Apply updates per vendor instructions by October 6, 2022. CVE 2013-6282 Linux Kernel. Linux kernel improper input validation vulnerability added in the catalog on September 15, 2022. The get_user and put_user API functions of the Linux kernel fail to validate the target address when being used on ARM v6k/v7 platforms. This allows an application to read and write kernel memory, which could lead to privilege escalation. Apply updates per vendor instructions by October 6, 2022. CVE 2013-2597 Code Aurora ACDB Audio Driver. Code Aurora ACDB Audio Driver Stack-Based Buffer Overflow Vulnerability added on September 15, 2022. The Code Aurora Audio Calibration Database audio driver contains a stack-based buffer overflow vulnerability which allows for privilege escalation. Code Aurora is used in third-party products such as Qualcomm and Android. Apply updates per vendor instructions by October 6, 2022. CVE 2013-2596 Linux Kernel. Linux Kernel Integer Overflow Vulnerability added on September 15, 2022. Linux kernel fb_map function in drivers/videos/fmem.c contains an integer overflow vulnerability which allows for privilege escalation. Apply updates per vendor instructions by October 6, 2022. CVE 2013-2094 Linux kernel. Linux kernel privilege escalation vulnerability added on September 15, 2022. Linux kernel fails to check all 64 bits of itra.config passed by user space, resulting to out-of-bounds access of the perf_swevent_enabled array in sw_perf_event_destroy. Exploitation allows for privilege escalation. Apply updates per vendor instructions by October 6, 2022. CVE 2010-2568 Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows Remote Code Execution Vulnerability added on September 15, 2022. Microsoft Windows incorrectly parses shortcuts in such a way that malicious code may be executed when the operating system displays the icon of a malicious shortcut file. An attacker who successfully exploited this vulnerability could execute code as the logged-on user. Apply updates per vendor instructions by October 6, 2022. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like.